For 17 years, Ruth Chris Steakhouse owner Lana Duke has served Thanksgiving meals to children living at Roy Moss Youth Alternatives, and she's joining us in studio with Ernest Jones, who benefited from the program years ago and now on their board. Ernest, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you. And Lana, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
All right. So this is what a great thing that you do. Let's talk about this Thanksgiving meal and how it all works.
Every year, the children from Roy Moss Youth Alternatives come to our restaurant. It's now at La Cantera, in La Cantera Terrace.
Right.
And they experience a meal, hopefully, like they've never had before.
Right, yeah.
And we cook 250 pounds of turkey, 250 pounds of potatoes, creamed spinach, sweet potato casserole, lobster mac and cheese, green bean casserole, pumpkin pie, apple pie, you name it. We have it.
Do you have room for one more? No?
Yeah,
it sounds like a great.
I'm telling you, it's an experience.
Yeah,
it really is.
It sounds fantastic. And so, Ernest, now exactly what is Roy Moss Youth Alternatives?
Roy Moss Youth Alternatives has been around for almost 50 years.
Oh,
and
really?
they're serving kids who are at-risk youth. And I was one of those kids.
You were actually there.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about your story.
Oh my goodness, I'm from New Orleans, born and raised, and at 15, Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans.
I remember that.
And it displaced my family. I ended up here in San Antonio, Texas.
Ah.
So things happened in my life that were very challenging. I grew up in the projects, and things happened with my family, and I ended up at the Bridge Emergency Shelter. And from there, I moved on to Meadowland, which is one of the programs at Roy Moss. And I met Lana at age 15 at Ruth Chris for the first time.
Well, what a success story. And now you're on the board.
I am.
Okay. Would you ever think, back then, I'm going to be on the board?
I never thought that. I wanted to give back. You know, I met with some of the executive team at Roy Moss when I moved back to Texas, and I wanted to give a speech and talk with the kids and say, hey, why not be on the board? I was like, I didn't know that was possible.
Right. Well, here you are, and what a success story. So, I mean, this place is very important, and this meal is very important, because I think these kids may not have much of a Thanksgiving meal if it weren't for you guys.
Well, you know what it is. We give them a lot of love that day, and
that goes a long way.
Oh my goodness! And when they walk in, they may not have their head quite as high, or they're kind of doing this. They look adorable. They dress up like you wouldn't believe. But when they walk out, we second line. I know in New Orleans we second line. Okay.
You're right.
So they second line, and believe me when I tell you, you can feel it. They're more confident. Their self-esteem is better.
Right.
They believe they can fulfill their dreams. I know they do.
First of all, to fulfill your dreams, you've got to believe you can do it.
Well, you got to have the courage. You got to believe. You got to the golden rule. You got to live by that. You got to forgive. That's very, very important for those children, to forgive and let go. And then all you get afterward is love and gratitude. So that's what Thanksgiving's all about.
You guys are doing some amazing things. So you talked about what was going to be in the meal.
Yes.
I guess this is it right here.
Well,
right?
that's just some of it.
Just some of it.
But these sides, you can order these from Ruth Chris if you'd like for your dinner.
Oh, okay.
Thanksgiving dinner. The sweet potato casserole, the creamed spinach, which is our #1, and potatoes au gratin. This is service for 12.
Is that the proper way to say it? Because I've always said au gratin.
I know. Well, what can I tell you? Au gratin. Okay.
I always say things a little wrong anyway.
Those French folks up in Canada, Lana, it's au gratin. Yes, of course. Okay.
Yes.
I just got back from there, so I'm au gratin. In about a week, I'll be au gratin again. But anyway, you can order these and take them home. We've got the cooking directions right there. What I do, I take them home, put them in my own dish, take them to my son and daughter-in-law. A lot of new people come and say, oh, that sweet potato casserole is wonderful. Thank you very much. I fixed it myself.
I mean, it looks fantastic. Hey, how can they find out more?
Just call Ruth Chris, and I think it's up there, the ruthchrissa.com, and call anyone. We have 3 restaurants here, one in La Cantera, one at Jones Maltzberger by the airport, and one at the Grand Hyatt right on the Riverwalk. Any restaurant, call them, place your order, but more importantly, have a beautiful, wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody. That's what it's all about.
Thank you so much.
Really
appreciate it, and thanks for being here, Ernest.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
It's good to see you. All right, so Good People, of course, that's what we're doing here. Want to nominate somebody? Go to goodpeople@kins5.com.